Hi. I would never know what it's like to be a teenage Irish boy fighting for his country, willing to risk his life for everything. But I'm grateful for the current peace that nearly 100 years on allows this English woman to be welcomed to Ireland to show her respects for her great uncle and his fallen friends. Dan Head could probably never have imagined such a thing would happen, but in a world that still tries to divide us, unity and peace can be possible. I'd like to read a poem by Seamus Heaney. Human beings suffer. They torture one another, they get hurt and get hard. No poem or play or song can fully right a wrong inflicted and endured. The innocent in jails beat on their bars together. The hunger striker's father stands in the graveyard dumb. The police widow in veils faints at the funeral home. History says, don't hope on this side of the grave. But then, once in a lifetime, the longed-for tidal wave of justice can rise up and hope and history rhyme. So hope for a sea change on the far side of revenge. Believe that further shore is reachable from here. Believe in miracle and cures and healing wells. Call miracle self-healing, the utter self-revealing double take of feeling. If there's fire on the mountain, or lightning and storm, and a God speaks from the sky, it means someone is hearing the outcry and the birth cry of a new life in its turn. I'm laying this wreath for Dan Head, Paddy and Stephen O'Reilly, Ned Dorrans and Sean Doyle, who died for Irish freedom on the 25th of May.
Firstly, I would like to thank Gary Deary and the organisers of this commemoration for asking me to lay this wreath in remembrance of the civilians who died here on this day in 1921. I am truly honoured. As with most events in our history, the significance of the burning of the Custom House provides fertile ground for academic debate and discussion. We have read various papers considering the success of this symbolic attack against what was referred to as the seat of an alien tyranny on the one hand, and the military downside of the capture of so many volunteers on the other. In this decade of centenaries, it is to be welcomed that historical distance makes for more objective analysis, without the rancour of a more recent look back. In this context, I look forward to reading Liz Gillis's book, which will be launched shortly. We rightly commemorate the deaths of everybody who lost their lives during the burning of the Custom House. Today, however, I would like to remember a young man who was neither an IRA volunteer, auxiliary, nor a civil servant. My cousin John Byrne. He was 27 years of age and he worked in Bailey's poultry business in Rathmines. Each day he cycled home for his dinner to 14 Killarney Street nearby. And on this day in 1921 he was shot dead as he passed by on his bicycle. John happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. John's history was a microcosm of many Dublin families at the time, families who had members on both sides of the divide. John had a granduncle, James Byrne, who won the Victoria Cross in 1858 for his life-saving actions under fire during the Indian Mutiny. John's uncle, Augustine Byrne, fought in the Boer War and World War I with the Royal Dublin Fusiliers. In complete contrast, a first cousin of John's, also named Augustine, became a volunteer with G Company of the 1st Battalion of Dublin Brigade of the IRA in 1917. Augustine took part in a number of raids and attacks during the War of Independence. He was my late grandfather. We don't know if he was involved here at the Custom House in 1921. He was reluctant to discuss his activities, perhaps not, as my grandmother was about to give birth to their firstborn child. With the family tradition of overseas victory, it is a sad irony that John, a non-combatant, became the only one of the family to die in conflict in his native city. Setting past conflicts aside, I am most happy that we are living in a time of peace in this beautiful country of ours, especially when we consider recent events and ongoing wars across the globe. Most particularly the recent deaths of innocent people in Manchester. We must, as a nation, do everything in our power to remember and respect the past, but also to cherish and to hold on to this precious peace with an iron fist grasp.